actually found this program to be quite fun. Part of it was the networking. I am fairly social, so that was, that was a fun piece. But it was very participatory, from the get-go. One of the exercises that we did was for quick changeover and setup reduction. And, it brought it home to something as simple as a pit crew focus. And here we are as a group of individuals playing with K-Nex, toys that for any of us who have children, we know what those are. They're similar to Legos. And that competition and that drive and that camaraderie all kicks in.
The teachers here, like Bob, I've known Bob because he's been out to our plant for different Kaizen events, but to me he's just a funny guy, and he kind of makes the whole experience better. And the other guys, I think they're great teachers, and they're very knowledgeable, so that helps a lot. And the classes, they're not boring. We get to participate in the different workshops, so that helps out a lot, just being able to put it all together instead of just sitting there and reading or watching something on screen. Being able to get in there and work out the different processes is just, for me, is a better connection of the tools.
I think one of the best things about the DVIRC is it creates an environment where that training can take place. It makes it fun. There are numerous opportunities for hands-on application of the skills that you've been discussing that have been presented. But personally, the chance to go in there and play with and try the tools in a safe environment is very rewarding, because a lot of times you'll go into a training situation, they'll teach you something, and you'll take that one idea back to the workplace and try to put it into practice. And because it's the real workplace, your boss, the person that paid for the training, HR, they may be looking at you and go, well, how come that didn't work out? Well, it was my first try. When you've got a hands-on environment where you've got a plant that's right there in the back of the workshop, it's a safe place to try. You can make your mistakes, you can laugh at your mistakes, and you can learn how to do it better, so that when you do go back and you're asking your company to spend money to back you up on this one thing that you want to do, you've already got some practice under your belt.
What surprised me about the whole program was I didn't think that I would, like the Kaizen event, I've seen different Kaizen events going on out in our plant, and not really having a full understanding. I really didn't know what they were about. But what surprised me was I really enjoyed being in the Kaizen event. I was like, I want more. I liked being able to get out there and figure out go through the different steps and figure out what works best. But for me, being able to make stuff, I thought, I was really proud of myself. Just seeing the whole accomplishment and how beautiful the area that we worked on looked afterwards. I was just really proud.
Some of the personal highlights that I received through the program are looking out at our shop floor and just seeing a more orderly workspace, and everything's a little bit quieter and a little bit happier.
You really can identify where the problems are. Where's a place that you can step in and start doing new work? Where can you make a change that is valuable to your business and to your customers? It helps you recognize what's value added and what isn't. Change for change's sake only helps you eliminate mistakes that you haven't made yet. But if you can recognize what is valuable to your customer and change things that affect that, then there's real return on your investment.
There were a lot of hands-on opportunities. It wasn't just learning from a textbook. You were interacting with the teacher from the get-go. And there were a lot of team-building exercises as well.
With this framework of Lean that the DVIRC has given us, it allows me a systematic approach that I can share not only with my coworkers, but with the people that are actually doing the jobs.
For someone in sales, it allows me to respond to my customers much more quickly, much more efficiently, which actually leads to more business.
It should be very easy to quantify the impacts. I think one of the biggest benefits of the whole Lean framework, it's a paradigm shift. You really are looking at what it is that you do and what your company does with a new set of eyes. It's real easy to spot that, hey, there's some wasted space over there, or there's junk in this corner, but to actually recognize it as a waste that's costing the company money and time to have those things in the way, when you have the new set of eyes, you recognize those things and you understand where change needs to take place. So whether it's a full structured, we're going to rework a process, or whether it's just cleaning up a workspace and standardizing what's going to happen there, there are definitely ways that you can change it very small changes, big dollar impact.
I would recommend the DVIRC program to friends as well as other companies and certainly to folks within our own internal organization. The diversification, I think, was really critical. The fact that it helps to establish a common language. No matter what your job is, you could work in an office or you could work in a warehouse, or you could work with customer service, or you could be, a route salesperson. It helps to identify that common language, that common opportunity, and most importantly, the common focus on the customer.
I would absolutely recommend this program. Like at first, when I first heard I was going, I was kind of like, oh, I wasn't sure that I would really be into it, but after going through this whole experience, I thought it was fabulous, and I would definitely recommend it to other candidates.